Hello. This is a presentation of my work, Paulit-ulit na Tampuhan for our plate about appropriation. The theme given to us was then and now. So this is my work. It's a digital manipulated illustration using Juan Luna's oil painting from 1895. It is about the pattern of miscommunication in a relationship between two incompatible individuals. The woman is quiet and unwilling to show her emotions to her partner, while the man stares outside of the window into the sky and the imaginary town painted by Vincent van Gogh, trying to escape the state of his relationship with the woman. So this was my process in a mind map. I just thought of famous artworks, what movement appropriated, which was pop art, the concept of then and now, and I thought of appropriating old paintings using new methods of creating art, which is why I use digital manipulation. And I also wanted to include a local painting, which is Tampuhan by Juan Luna. So these are the artworks that I used. I used 3 popular paintings by famous artists. One is the Starry Night by Van Gogh. One is Tampuhan, like I said, by Juan Luna. And the last one is Son of Man by Rene Magritte. So I used Van Gogh's Starry Night in my work. So this painting was painted by him in an asylum, and the town here is an imaginary town. I used it in my painting as a symbol of escaping from one's current reality into something different, something imagined. I used Tampuhan by Juan Luna mostly because, like I said, I wanted to include one painting done by a Filipino. And another reason is that it's one of, if not my most favorite Filipino painting. In my illustration, there are 2 more copies of the figures found in Luna's work. And the assumption that I wanted to create is that it repeats in a pattern, even outside of the pictorial space. So if you look here at the right, you can see them. So this repetition symbolizes the repetitive tampuhan that occurs between the 2 couple. And so the last one that I used was Rene Magritte's Son of Man. Although his painting is not included in my work, the concept of an apple covering someone's face is appropriated from this painting. And Magritte explained the meaning of his self-portrait this way, that the apple hides the visible but hidden, which is the face of the person, and that we always want to see what is hidden by what we see. This interest can take the form of a quite intense feeling, a sort of conflict, one might say, between the visible that is hidden and the visible that is present. So I used Magritte's concept of an apple in front of a person's face to show the barrier between the couple in my work and the emotions that this barrier brings. The frustration of wanting yet not being able to know what the other is thinking and feeling. So the apple becomes a visual representation of an unwillingness to communicate as a means of self-preservation. And lastly, the overall colors that I used in my work are a nod to pop art, where appropriation of popular culture is very evident. So I just wanted to show how I appropriated the paintings in my work. So obviously Tampuhan is the biggest one here, and I used it repetitively. the Son of Man for the apples, and the sky shows Starry Night. So here is my process. I used Clip Studio Paint for everything. I googled the photos, I edited them, I cropped them, and then I put them together. So this is it. At first, I took the sky out of the picture, out of the painting by Juan Luna, and then I replaced it with Van Gogh's Starry Night. And then by this time, I already changed the colors. And then I replaced the original chair in the painting into a chair that Van Gogh painted, and then I added the apple covering the woman's face. So here the apple that I used is red, as opposed to the green apple in Magritte's self-portrait. So this is because the shape of the fruit in the image is not so defined. So the bright red is meant to communicate clearly what the object is. Here I changed the colors again. If you notice, the color of the sky is now lighter. Here I removed the chair because it wasn't working with the piece and was too out of place. See? I also made copies of the couple here. I removed the apple muna because it was kind of distracting and I didn't know if it was working. Here I inserted the apple again, and this image shows what the apple looked like before being edited to fit the work. So the final output is next, and it shows the edited apple. Here. So that was my whole process. That's how I made this work, and that's what it's about. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.